Good morning, Vananda. This is Pooja. Now I want to say GD on the topic: is mankind responsible for natural disasters? Man is destroying environment for his need or greed. Trees which prevent floods earthquakes are being cut. Still no man cares for himself and blaming it for destruction. For example, recently a powerful earthquake struck Nepal. It was the worst earthquake which is recorded in last 80 years. In the reported earthquake, thousands of people are killed and many number of buildings are destroyed.
As our friend said that Nepal has hit the earthquake, some devotees said that it's by God, and some scientists are saying that due to the overpopulation and pollution. And again, we have previous years we have tsunami. Tsunami is due to earthquake in seawater. It is due to mining in the sea, and in the rivers also we are making sand, digging the sand in that one, so increasing the length, increasing the deeper into the, so many are dying in that one also.
As the topic is on man responsible natural disaster, it is also affecting his life. For example, in Japan, from industries, the chemical which was released is mercury. It was released into the seawater, and that mercury was eaten by all those fishes. These fishes were eaten by the man, where he was affected by the most severe diseases known as Minamata. So there was no cure for this disease. So he was also affecting for it.
Please use your microphone here.
My friends have mentioned valuable points, but I want to add some points to it. Well, humans are habituated for luxury life. They are being maintaining ACs and everything. They are in a different world, but not seeing it properly. They are not going. They are not exposed to outside atmosphere, so they are not getting an exact idea of what is going on outside. Instead of 1 or 2 ACs, they are maintaining 3 or 4, and they are getting cooler, but they are not understanding what is the present situation outside, how hot it's getting, and how it's difficult for a common man to live. So, construction and making up of industries should be less, so that there would be some changes in environment, which can prevent some natural disasters.
As we are cutting the trees, there is a deforestation. The increase in carbon dioxide level in our atmosphere cannot be balanced as our trees are being cut. So as trees are being cut, the soil also is washed away by the rain. This leads to soil erosion. So the fertile land will be washed away. So there is no chance of growing for better crops. As a result, there is a loss of agriculture to our country, and we are depending on other countries.
As we are cutting trees, there is also one of the problem that unseasonal climatic conditions. Because of the unseasonal climatic conditions, the rains are. If there are rains, then in unseasonal climatic conditions, in summer season there will be more rains, and in rainy season there will be more heat. So because of cutting trees, there will be not only the soil erosion all, but climatic changes will also affect the natural disaster.
Not only deforestation, we are planting trees also. That is only the green revolution. And again, we are planting trees. By Hudur, we lost so many trees. We are now planting trees to increase the greenery.
But it takes long time to grow up. So it's better to save trees instead of cutting those and planting.
We are not intentionally cut the trees. It is a disaster.
Sorry to say, we are intentionally cutting for example, for building industries, construction, dams, not dams, sorry, for all our buildings for our own benefit purpose.
Actually, cutting trees for the purpose of the man, he is cutting the trees, but actually whatever you are saying is also right. But because of the place, because of the lack of space or anything, he is cutting the trees. But when he is cutting, he also should plant trees when he want to cut trees.
Another main reason is that increasing in population. As we all know that India is in second place, the world most population. First is China and second one is our country. So it is better to maintain a population not more than the limited one. As our population is increasing day by day, our needs and sources will decreasing.
One cannot be responsible for all the, but all the members should combine and should make one decision that population should be decreased. It is also based on the government and the present situation of the society.
We have reasons to blame humans, but they are not completely responsible for the pollution. Like many governments in the world are trying to reduce pollution and prevent natural disasters. They are taking initiatives to reduce pollution, like encouraging electric vehicles and starting movements like Swachh Bharat movement, like our own government. Many humans are trying to prevent pollution and disasters.
As we are depending for our sources and other countries, for example, we are bringing current from other states, for example, Orissa. As it is insufficient, it is better to use the solar energy which is freely available in our nature. So it may increase our per capita income and it reduces the pollution by using the solar vehicles, etc.
Yes. In the Udu, for a best example, in the Udu farm, in the case, Orissa is supported to our state to come supply like that.
We can take the example of Uttarakhand floods which had happened in the June 2013. It was a man-made mistake due to the increase of hydroelectric projects. The backwater had cut into the towns and cities and it had caused the death of 10,000 people. And it was a man-made mistake. So the man is also, and the government is also.
It cannot be decided that who is responsible for natural disaster, but some measures should be taken to control the damages. Thank you.
Okay. Your GD is not up to the mark.
No, you have not placed the microphone properly.
Please. Just because of lack of preparation in your team also. Preparation is there. Okay, for candidate 1, I would like to give remarks. Your initiation is not up to the mark. Not maintaining eye contact with the team members. There are few gap fillers and you are missing fluency in your speech. And should ask others to participate in GD. You are not giving chance to others. You are taking opportunity to participate in GD. As a team member, you should also motivate others to participate. Candidate 2, few gap fillers. You are also missing eye contact when you are speaking. Okay. Content is good to some extent, but you are not giving examples for your content. Candidate 3, You have appreciated your team members is good. Initially deviated from the topic, but later you have again come to the topic. Okay, your voice modulation is also good. Your speech is very fluent. Candidate 4, voice modulation is good, but took chance very late in participating GD. And also you have to only one time. You are very silent throughout the discussion. Candidate 5, you have mother tongue influence on your speech, lack of fluency in speech, and also you also took very late chance in participating GD. And not lack of content is also missing. Okay? Candidate 6, participate in GD very late and check your body language when you are participating. And also, okay? Fluency, few grammatical mistakes, and lack of content preparation. Candidate 7, good voice modulation. You have given very good examples. You are interactive throughout the discussions. Lack of confidence is shown in your face. Though you have content, but your facial expressions is showing that you are not confident with your content. And not giving opportunity to others. You should also motivate.
They did not come to speak up, so
You should motivate them. You should ask their opinions when they are not taking initiative.
So you're not supposed to say you say.
You just ask them, what is your opinion on mine? Are you agree with me or not? At least you should give them chance. Just because they are not participating, that is known as teamwork. Okay? Thank you.
Even for that also there will be an extra mark.